Right everyone, let's get through the news that's appeared today. So, Don has spoken on his role. He said, last season I was more of an 8, this season I have a more attacking part, but you see in the games I have to cover a lot for my right side. And we have a selfie from Mo with Trent. Why is it taking so long? But we finally have the selfie. Luis Enrique's spoken on us. He said, we're a team that has at least as much potential as Arsenal, if not more. Alex Crook, and if you're wondering who he is, he's the TalkSport chief football correspondent. And he said Dean Houston prefers a move to us at Arsenal over Chelsea. Sky Sports Lyle, that's Lyle Thomas, the news editor. And he says a left back's a priority position for us this summer, along with a striker and a winger. If they're successful in those positions, they will then look to move to a new right back, central midfielder and a left-footed centre back. Lewis Steele has said there's a big summer awaits, and it wouldn't be a surprise if as many as 4 or 5 new signings arrive. He then adds that we have players that are interested in Bournemouth, and Kelleher, Harvey Elliott and Ben Doak. And he insists that Kirkes is a top target for us. Ben Jacobs, who's the senior football correspondent at Give Me Sport. Now Lewis Steele is, who I mentioned before, from Mail Sport. He's the Merseyside football. But Ben Jacobs says, we lead the race to sign Kirkes from Bournemouth. City appreciate him, but a deal's rather unlikely at this stage. Sammy Mockbell, the senior football correspondent for the BBC, says it's also understood that while regular playing time to ensure his continued development will be a key consideration for Houston when he comes to settle in the future, the prospect of Champions League participation will also be a factor. We are guaranteed that. Arsenal very likely to get that. He also says that our interest in Houston may depend on developments over the future of Ibrahima Konate. Sky Sports Germany's Florian Plettenberg has said, we've once again made a strong push for Dean Houston in recent days. Projects and figures have all been presented. At Liverpool there are plans to either loan or sell Jarrell Quansah, with Houston potentially taking over that squad role. So there we go, that's the X roundup. Nothing unsurprising there, but there's some interesting things when they're saying we're presenting obviously stuff to the Dean Houston camp to see where it all goes. Because the Champions League side of things, as it stands, we are definitely top 2. There's 8 points between Newcastle and Arsenal. Newcastle have a game in hand. Forest also have a game in hand on Arsenal. 7-point gap. City don't have a game in hand. 6-point gap. Arsenal's next league game is against Bournemouth. But after tonight, they could be just focusing on getting to a Champions League final and then focusing on the league placings and trying to get as high as they can. Because by the time they play Bournemouth, it could be all over in terms of a title. Alright guys, thank you very much.